Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, and Noel D'Amico, along with Gretchen Carey with the Community Calendar. Thank you for joining us. TekSynap is bringing its high-tech solutions to Burlington in support of the Hanscom Air Force Base. The Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce welcomed TekSynap with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak has the story.
The Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce has cut the ribbon on a high-tech company that endeavors to keep the United States in stride with foreign adversaries.
TekSynap is an IT company. We build solutions and forged right here in the TekSellerate lab in Burlington, Mass, where we forge technology solutions that solve the greatest mission problems that confront our federal government and our customers internationally and here at home.
What we're trying to do here at the facility is be able to solve the Air Force's problems that are plaguing them, and they can't get good solutions. So we're looking specifically at contracts like BIM, base infrastructure modernization, because the Air Force needs to modernize because they're behind, right? We're behind our near-peer adversaries, which we've never found ourselves that way before. So this is a new time.
So outside of, establishing a point of presence for TekSynap here in Burlington, the region essentially a state-of-the-art lab where we're able to bring, some of the best and brightest technologies, best-in-breed applications for the Air Force.
It's another addition to the local economy, but also helping bolster the cybersecurity, AI technologies, and defense contractors that are in the area. The location for Burlington was prime for them because of all the amenities, and we're just happy to have them here and look forward to building a relationship.
All the enterprise IT programs for the entire United States, DAF means Air Force and Space Force, they're all bought out of Hanscom Air Force Base. So although it doesn't have an active flying mission, it's critical to the infrastructure of the United States Air Force, and that's what we're trying to help.
It's something unique that we're doing and really leaning in to help and become that trusted advisor to our Air Force partners here at Hanscom.
Our tagline is technology moving at the speed of thought, and the people that work at TekSynap, the IT professionals, are the sum total of our real capital. It's the humans that work for our company that make great things happen, and that's what empowers us to take things to the next level.
From the Burlington offices of TekSynap, I'm BNews reporter Tad Stefanak.
The Chamber had another recent ribbon cutting for the new infant and toddler room at the School for Early Excellence. The school provides a safe, welcoming, and nurturing preschool environment where children are comfortable and inspired to learn. The school is a small, private preschool providing education to infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and Kickstarters. The High School Building Committee held another community forum this week. They presented a schematic design update with aerial views to give a more realistic picture of the project. Let's take a look.
Cambridge Street, again, is way down to the south in this image. So what you're seeing is the approach to the building, and you're looking at the facade of the classroom wings. And you can see to the left is the Center for Education, and to the right is the new educational building. I guess what would be most notable is a lot of the landscape features that are occurring. You can see the courtyard in the middle of the the two wings. So you can see there's, pavers and grass and trees and sitting areas that have been incorporated in there. And then on the building itself, you can see the bridge that is connecting the two wings, and we have a green roof on top of that. So we're tying in vegetation and natural elements to the building to break up, the concrete feel that the site has right now. And then you look to the right and you see the educational wings, and you can see we're tying in these wood look materials, kind of bring this more futuristic look to the building and what's important these days with sustainable design and aspects like that. Up the middle, between the two buildings, you're seeing the new parent drop-off area. So that road that goes right up the middle. And you can get a better idea of kind of the width of the road there. So you can see to the right you have the parking lane, and then to the left you have a much wider lane for cars to pass by those that are waiting in the drop-off. And then also to note, on the left at the Center for Education, kind of at the forefront of that building, you're seeing the playground for the BECC. So you can see it's kind of fenced off, and it's separated from people that might be circulating around the space. So it is secluded, and there are some trees that are being shown around it. So that area will have more of a private feel, even though it's towards the forefront of the building. So this is, if you've go 180 around to the back of the site now, another aerial view. So in the front of the image, you're seeing the central admin. To the right of that, we had discussed creating a more welcoming entry into the building. So now you're seeing landscaping. There's a canopy over the entry there. So you see there's, paths and landscaping kind of making that a much more welcoming space to get into that building. And then to the left, again, you have the existing gyms and auditorium, and then the addition is in the background. But you're also getting a view of the staff parking area and the bus loop. So this is, again, a little bit of a more zoomed in aerial view of the main entry to the educational building. So you can see you have a better view of the bus drop off and as well as the parent drop off on the right. You get a better feel for the size of those lanes and how everything's being divided up. You can also get a feel for some of the materials, again, we're using on this facade. In the background towards the auditorium there, we have this phenolic kind of wood look material. And then we have a few canopies that are over the existing entrance that, again, has these wood column supports. But I think you can start to really get a feel in these images how this site is now becoming more of a campus than, what it used to be with this big sprawling concrete building across it. So I think everything that's happening is really activating the site. And I think it's going to be, a really nice project when it happens.
Former People Helping People food pantry manager Julie Lewis was recently in the studio for a BNEWS special. She spoke about her time at the food pantry and her excitement for her new business adventure in town. Let's take a look.
I met a lot of amazing volunteers. One of my favorite parts of my job there was just being surrounded by a lot of wonderful people who just wanted to, put some good into the community. And a lot of people that I became good friends with because they've been coming for year after year, and we got to spend a lot of time together, and so that was wonderful. And I also loved doing fundraising events. One of my last days was the Summerfest Pours for a Purpose, and that was a really fun new fundraiser. And we ended up raising over $11,000 for People Helping People. So we're really trying to bolster the fundraising efforts at PHP just to keep the organization to solvent to keep up with the need in the community.
You are going to be opening a bakery.
I did go to pastry school at the Cambridge School of Culinary Arts and received a professional pastry certificate. So I'm hoping to open in November, right before Thanksgiving. That depends on, we still are just starting the build out now. So we still have a few months ahead of us of prepping. It could end up getting delayed into December, but I'm hoping to at least capture some of the holidays so people can try my pies and, understand really what.
One or two cold openings before you fully launch?
Yes, we will be doing some soft openings.
Soft, that's the word.
Yeah, right. I know what you mean.
Good luck, Julie. Select Board Member Nick Priest was invited to speak at this week's ICE rally. He spoke to a crowd of approximately 370 people in the rain.
As many of you know, the Select Board has been engaged with Congressman Moulton's office regarding the ICE detention facility here in Burlington. We're working to ensure that concerns raised by our community are heard and that the federal authorities understand the impact of their actions at the local level. This is an arduous process. One that we are trying to take as diligently and as meticulously as possible. And we appreciate you being here on Wednesdays to show them that the community stands and has a voice while we try and do all of the difficult... Louder? I've never gotten that before. All right. At the heart of this discussion is a simple but powerful principle. Every person in this country should be afforded due process. That principle is not selective. It does not stop at citizenship status. It does not pause at the border. And it does not waver in times of political tension. Due process is woven into the very fabric of our Constitution and into the moral code that defines us as people. When we forget that, or when we allow exceptions, we begin to chip away at the foundation of justice itself. Yes. And beyond the legal framework, there is a moral one. Basic human rights and human dignity are not privileges handed out by government. They are inherent. Yes. To deny them to one group of people is to open the door to denying them to others. The test of a society is not how it treats the powerful or the comfortable, but how it treats those who are most vulnerable.
Yes.
If we want to claim the mantle of fairness, of justice, of decency, then we must model it in how we treat every individual, no matter the circumstance. It's also important to recognize the role of government at every level. State and local laws exist for a reason. They are tailored to the communities they serve, and they reflect the will and the voice of the people that most directly impacted. Local governance is not ornamental. It is foundational to democracy. When the federal government, or a department within it, claims the ability to operate outside of or above those laws, it is not just a matter of jurisdiction. It's a matter of eroding the checks and balances that protect all of us. When I.C.E. says that they are most assuredly following the laws, but won't allow anyone from the local level to confirm that, it raises concerns. When they modify the law to fit their agenda, that is an abuse of power and authority.
Yeah.
The United States was built on the idea that no single entity holds absolute power. That authority is shared, balanced, and accountable. If any arm of government, federal or otherwise, begins to operate as if it is beyond accountability, we lose the very safeguard that prevents abuse of power. Our responsibility at the local level is to call attention to this imbalance and to insist that every level of government respects the authority and responsibility of others. Only then can we preserve the integrity of our system and the trust of the people we serve. Our community deserves both safety and justice. Those ideals are not mutually exclusive. By upholding due process, respecting human dignity, and insisting on the proper balance of authority between federal, state, and local government, we honor the principles that define this nation. Burlington has always been a town that values fairness, compassion, and accountability. Let us continue to stand firm in those values, not only for ourselves, but as an example of the kind of community and the kind of country we aspire to be.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for your time today.
A Burlington man was arrested on multiple charges, including trafficking cocaine. 24-year-old Robert Jones was arrested in Tewksbury on Wednesday, August 19th, as a result of an ongoing investigation by the Tewksbury Police Narcotics Unit, with the assistance from neighboring departments and the Middlesex Sheriff's Office. Subsequently, Tewksbury Police, with the assistance of Burlington Police, executed a search warrant at Jones's apartment in Burlington. During the search, officers located a large sum of cash, 353 grams of marijuana, 165 grams of a white powdery substance determined to be cocaine, 128 grams of what was believed to be psilocybin mushrooms, and drug paraphernalia. Officers also recovered 2 loaded handguns and ammunition. Jones was arraigned in Lowell District Court on August 20 and held on $10,000 bail. The Burlington Police Department is welcoming a new officer who graduated Friday, August 15th from the Northern Essex Community College Police Academy. Officer Christopher Reichman, who holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Salem State University, graduated from Recruit Officer Class 7 at the Northern Essex Community College Police Academy. Officer Reichman was chosen by his classmates to lead the class at graduation in recognition of the extra effort he put in by showing up early, staying late, and helping his classmates throughout the academy. Reichman was sworn in on Monday, August 18th before the Burlington Select Board. Lahey Hospital and Medical Center has been named by U.S. News and World Report a 25-26 best hospital. Lahey is nationally ranked in one adult specialty, urology, and also received 22 high-performing ratings, including heart and vascular, gastroenterology and GI surgery, geriatrics, and pulmonology and lung surgery. Lahey was named as the 4th best hospital in the Boston region and 4th best hospital in Massachusetts. Visit our website to find links to all the various reports. The BHS Marching Band kicked off their annual band camp session at Varsity Field. Robert Paris talked with the band leaders as they prepared for their Epic Journey show this year.
If you happen to drive by Varsity Field at night, you probably have heard a variety of instruments coming from students on the turf. These students have dedicated their time and effort to the BHS Marching Band. It all starts with a week-long band camp session, followed by an outdoor performance of their show, Epic Journey, through eras and ages. Prep work began back in the spring.
It's been a gradual process. We had, we had icebreakers in May and June, which kind of got everybody used to the routine slowly by getting to know each other, and then we started band camp last Monday, and band camp runs 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. and then also conditioning, stretching.
We provided a lot of support for the kids over the summer too. We had staff members coming in, running optional summer clinics twice a week for students. I had students uploading, recording assignments and things like that, so we can get feedback on it. So the students have been working really, really hard since the show announcement last spring.
For the first time ever, the band will be hosting something big this fall.
We are hosting a U.S. band show here October 18th. It's the first time we're doing it, and we have a bunch of schools coming here, so we really get to share our beautiful field, our beautiful school community.
Really working closely with U.S. Bands, which is our competitive organization that we work with, and last year we did 3 of those just to kind of test them out, and we had a great experience, both musically, judging, and feedback, and it just gave us a lot to work with, and it was just an overall best experience.
To top that off, they have another big performance coming up down in the South Shore.
We just got invited to the American Hometown Parade in Plymouth. That's on Channel 5 the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and then played again. So it's the first time we've ever been invited, so we are going.
Very excited for that.
Very, very excited.
In just a few weeks, the band will take the field once again during halftime at the Red Devil football home games.
The very first time that the students are on the field performing in uniform, which will be a home game, the very first home game. We'll be here, they'll be all set to go in the stands, they'll be doing the national anthem, but also it's the first time everybody's really putting their uniforms on and getting all the props and everything and putting it all together. So it's really our very first dress rehearsal.
It's a pinnacle moment for the kids, and from that point on, it's an upward trajectory. I mean, that's the very first show where they feel like they're a marching band and they're putting on a show for a bunch of people. So it really redefines what they've already known to be marching band into what it actually is.
It will be a very busy season for the kids and their directors, but a fun one to say the least. Good luck to everyone performing and competing this fall. From Varsity Field, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
Red Devil football has also been busy gearing up for the fall season without their star quarterback, Anthony Guerriere, who has graduated. Head coach Greg Sheridan talked about how the team is filling those big shoes. We'll have that for you right after the community calendar and a sneak peek at a new program coming to BCAT.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On August 29th, from 7 to 10 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having mini golf. No registration is required. For more information, go to the library website. On September 3rd at 6 p.m., the Burlington Medical Reserve Corps is having a presentation with Ronald Bergenheim, who will speak on his journey as someone who is born deaf. RSVP to 781-270-1955 or email boh@burlington.org. On September 4th at 7 p.m., the Burlington Historical Society will have a presentation called A Funny Program About Funny Programs with Martin Gitlin. The event is at the Council on Aging, and everyone is welcome. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Hi, neighbor. it's Nikki from Burlington Buzz, and I cannot wait to share with you something that we've been working on with the nice folks over here at BCAT. It's a brand new TV show called Burlington at Work, and it profiles the people and the organizations that keep Burlington buzzing. You combine that with little snippets of local news and roundtable discussions of issues that are important to you in your community. The TV show premieres in September, and I can't wait to share it with you.
We're looking at a new quarterback.
Yep.
Drew Garvey, what can you tell us about his character?
He's done a great job. You know, we've kind of thrown him into this role. He was a receiver last year, the last couple of years. Just kind of jumped into it right away. Didn't say anything about it. He was eager to get started and to learn, you know, the offense and what it takes to be a quarterback at the high school level. He's dedicated himself to that in the offseason. He's been in the weight room a ton, gained probably about 20 pounds, just getting stronger to be healthy throughout the year. And, you know, we're excited. We had 7-on-7s over in Billerica, and he's had a great summer, just learning the plays, learning the passing routes, learning the timing with his receivers, all that stuff. So we're excited for him. We've got a long ways to go to where we want to be, but he's on track to do great things for us this year.
Our photo of the week was sent in by Lee Materano. Lee captured this beautiful close-up shot of a deer that came by during lunchtime at the office. Thanks for the picture, Lee. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your own door, or even photos of your family members, friends, and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share, send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. Burlington's Temple Shalom Emeth is hosting their annual open house this Sunday, April 24, from 2 to 4 p.m. The event is open to all interested in learning more about the Temple community. There will be a bouncy house, music time, fun crafts, and complimentary ice cream. The ice cream is sponsored by Holy Cow, the local national award-winning ice cream that is known for its unique homemade flavors and commitment to high-quality ingredients. Next week, we'll bring you a visit to both Life Alive and Adventureland, two new establishments in town. Robert Paris will have a full fall sports preview for you. We'll also have Marge Jetwood with the senior news and much more. We'll leave you this week with a snippet of the band's Friends and Family preview show from last night. I'm Phil Gallagher. Have a good week. Thank you for joining us.